everyone, and welcome to the next video in our Moodle 3.4 tutorial series. In this video, we're going to discuss how to use the forum feature on Moodle. So a forum is basically a place where you can pose a question to your students and have them either create a discussion of their own or have a conversation with each other about that particular topic or question. To start creating one of these, navigate to the upper right hand corner to the gear, turn your editing button on, and then scroll down to find where you want to put the forum. So for me, I'm going to put it in my Getting to Know You section, and I'm going to add an activity or resource here at the bottom. And here from the activity section, I want to choose forum and press add. So I'm required to give my forum a name, and I'm going to name this forum Favorite Family Memory. So since this is in my Getting to Know You section, I want to put activities that are going to help the students know each other a little bit better. I'm just going to paste some text in here. Very simple. I'm just asking them to tell the class about their favorite family memory. And here under forum type, there are two we're going to discuss in this video. The first one is the standard forum for general use, and that forum is basically a place where a student would go into the forum, they would create their own discussion topic, answer the question, and then they can respond to each other or have people respond to theirs. You'll see what it looks like once we save it. So there's a few options that you have here that you can choose from. The attachments and word count. You can choose a max attachment size, how many number of attachments you want to give them, and if there's going to be a limit on how many words you want, you can display the word count, yes or no. In this case, I'm not going to give a word count, so I'm just going to keep it as no. In this next section here, we have subscription and tracking. Basically, subscription mode is how you want your participants to be subscribed to this particular forum. So there are a few options here. Optional subscription means that they can choose whether or not they want to be subscribed. And by subscribed, that just means that they will get an alert anytime someone contributes to the forum, or others will get an alert anytime they make a contribution to it. Forced subscription means that they don't have a choice and they will be forced to subscribe and they can't opt out of it. Auto subscription means that they initially are subscribed, but they can opt out if they choose. And subscription disabled is there is no subscription at all. So I'm going to leave mine as optional subscription. And just because you assign a subscription mode to something doesn't mean that they won't be able to see it at all. So if they go into their Moodle class and they click into the forum, they'll still be able to see all the contributions made by the class. This is just how they get alerted about it. Read tracking right now is set to optional, and basically that will show whether or not they have read it. There are a few other options here that you can choose. You have discussion locking to lock discussions after a period of inactivity if you don't want them to contribute after a certain amount of time, and you can either leave this as is or you can choose the time period of inactivity here. I'm just going to leave mine as default. The post threshold for blocking is how many times a person can post on a particular forum until they are no longer allowed to. So if you want to, you can put in what your post threshold is and what the time period for that is. Usually I don't use this because if it's a forum, you sort of want that contribution. Again, here in grade, we don't have our grade categories yet, but we will discuss that in a later video. If we did have a grade category, we could choose where it would go from here, and we can put a grade to pass if we're choosing to do so. And there are a few other options here that you could take a look at and choose whether or not you want to include it in your forum. When you're finished, press Save and Return to Course. And here we have our Favorite Family Memory forum. Now, if I change my role to student, I can show you what it looks like from their end. If I scroll down and click on Favorite Family Memory, this is what the student will see. For this forum, please tell the class about your favorite family memory, and what the student would do then is add a new discussion topic and then write in what their favorite, like a subject and what that favorite family memory is. They can add attachments to it, and then students can then respond. So with this particular forum, every student has the ability to create their own topic, and everybody can go in and see what that student has put into their topic or into their section for their topic. Now, the other forum that I want to discuss is the single simple discussion. So I want to switch back to my normal role. And let's click on the class here. And I'm going to scroll down here, and I want to actually turn my editing button on first. And we're going to just do the same exact thing, but just with a different type of forum. So I'm going to add an activity or resource, choose forum, press add. And then I'll name the forum the same thing, Favorite Family Memory too, just so we can differentiate. And for this description, I'm just going to paste some text in here. So I put my description in here, and it's basically the same except for a little bit of a difference in the direction that I'm giving the students. So for this forum type, I'm going to choose to use a single simple discussion. And the difference where that is that at the top there's one topic and all the students reply to that same topic on one page. So that's why I give them the instruction to reply to this topic, because it's a little bit different. Now you could choose whatever options you want to include here for the forum. I'm going to leave everything as is because I really just want to show you the format, and press save and return to course. And then I want to log in again as a student so that way I can show you what it looks like from their perspective. Favorite family memory 2. And now here's the difference with this one. So here we have our, for this forum, please reply, and we have our reply option here. And then they could go in and do their reply. One of my favorite family memories is cooking pasta with my grandma. I'm not going to add an attachment, I'm just going to post to forum. And now underneath forum, it'll say cooking pasta with my grandma. Now the student can come in and reply to me directly, or they can reply to this particular topic as well. So a single simple discussion just leaves everything all on one page. You can also customize this form a little bit here with this menu, and you can tell Moodle how you want your replies to be displayed. I would suggest going through all of them, but you can do oldest first or newest first, in threaded form or in nested form. I suggest to sort of play around with each one and see which one you like the best, but I'm just going to leave mine as the oldest first so that way it goes in the order that they came in. So that's an example of 2 types of forums that you can use on Moodle. I think a forum is a really great way to get information from your students and start a conversation between them, especially if you are teaching an online class. It's always great to try to figure out ways to make your class a little bit different so that there's some interaction between the class, and it makes it more interesting so they have something other than just trying to submit assignments or read articles.